Hey, what's going on, CoinOpTV subscribers? Robert Welkner here. In this video, I want to talk about Servant, Episode 4, which is called Bear on Apple TV+. This video will contain spoilers. If you guys are brand new, please subscribe and leave some comments. Let me know what you think of Servant on Apple TV+. Originally, I thought the show was going to be all directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and apparently he just did like the first episode or something. Maybe he'll do another one, but he's one of the executive producers. And the show definitely has his kind of stylistic approach to things with the weird music and the weird camera angles and the weird story. But, I feel like we've been sold something a little bit different than what we're actually getting. But the good news is Servant is actually a pretty fun and interesting show, and I'm glad that it's in short 30-minute bites that we can kind of swallow episode to episode and be like, oh, that was an interesting thing that happened this week, or that's a weird thing that happened this week. So I am enjoying Servant. So far, it seems like C and Servant are kind of the two standout shows. And I think Dickinson also was pretty fun. But since they dropped all the episodes at once with that, I kind of blasted through and we're missing kind of the week-to-week exploration and anticipation sort of thing. So anyway, I got some of my show notes here. Wasn't really a lot of things happening in this episode outright. So my notes are actually kind of short. So this video should be somewhat brief. I wrote down Lobster Ice Cream is the first thing I wrote down. I will never eat it. I will never try it. It sounds gross. And it was kind of a funny gimmick to have in the show. It seems like he's always cooking fish. I'm not a fish eater. Don't like fish. Don't like the smell of fish, the taste of fish, the sight of fish. And he's cooking fish all the time. People are cooking fish, drinking wine. They're taking baths. We get Dorothy took another bath in this episode. It seems like somebody, whoever wrote this, they like those things, or at least they want to have those things on camera a lot to make guys like me feel sort of uncomfortable or perplexed or something. It seems like that's what's kind of going on here. So, but I do think it was funny that Leanne at the end does taste the lobster ice cream and gives Sean a little bit of a tip. She's like, no, it needs like some chocolate fudge, something like that. And he's like, yes, epiphany, I got it. You're right. It needs the sweetness to, I'll put it inside a chocolate thing and hide the lobsters, stuff like that. So that was funny that there was like a little bit of a payoff there at the end. Another big thing that happens in this episode is that Sean hides the hidden camera in Leanne's room so they could spy on her and see what the heck is going on with this baby when she's by herself. Is she sleeping with the baby? Is she breastfeeding the baby? Is she changing the baby's diaper while nobody's looking? Because these are things that we're kind of curious about now. We're like, hey, when's the baby eating? When's the baby changing the diapers? And, where's the toys and the little sucky thing and the bib? What's going on with the baby? It doesn't seem to be a natural-born newborn that's doing the normal newborn baby things, right? So the question I have with Sean and the hidden camera and setting all that up is I know they wanted to add some like dramatic tension of him doing it, drilling the hole and sneaking in there. But why did Homeboy do that while she was in the house? I mean, clearly Leanne goes outside quite often, takes the walks with baby Jericho, leaves and who knows, maybe she does grocery shopping, something like that. So why did he pick the moment where she was home to hide the hidden camera? I mean, I know they try to make this show like dramatic or Hitchcockian and squeeze the tension, but I thought that was a little silly. I thought maybe if he was started it when she wasn't home and then she got home and he had to sort of like rush and close up the gap or drill some holes before she got upstairs, that would have been more realistic. You'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think I might take on that. So speaking of that, Julian, my new favorite character, shows up a little later in the episode. He's got some wine. They crack it open, do some drinking, and Sean shows Julian the webcam. He actually has a good speculation. He speculates that maybe baby Jericho is actually Leanne's kid that she brought in the house with them, and she's trying to maybe hide from the law or her family or just, something's going on. Ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. She's trying to hide. She's just in this situation to take care of her own kid. And I thought, you know what? Maybe Sean isn't so dumb. Maybe he's kind of a bright guy and a smart guy, and props to him for thinking this. It's probably not really the case, but it's a good theory. It definitely, holds up a little more than they conjured the baby from thin air or the baby's kidnapped. This seems like a good thing here. We did get some flashbacks in this episode, and we get to find out more about how Dorothy's body, and she had some issues getting pregnant, and there was many times where they tried to get her pregnant, and they had some baby naming and stuff like that. It was cool to kind of get some of that, but the way it was shot, it just kind of like they kind of like slammed it right in the episode, and it took a second to realize, oh, hey, this is a flashback. I wish that maybe I don't like the little black and white when they go to flashback, because that's really like on the nose when it comes to cinema. But maybe something like that, similar, just to kind of make it a little more clear so it wasn't so jarring. At the end, we get Leanne goes downstairs and she watches an old archive video of Dorothy on the news, and she fast forwards and we actually see that Leanne is a little girl that Dorothy actually interviewed when she was a kid. And she's a little girl from Wisconsin. She was in like a little musical theater, a pageant or something like that. I think it was a pageant. And Dorothy is talking to her. So we get to see Leanne actually met Dorothy. So now we know that there's a relationship there. Has she been following and stalking Dorothy all her life, and this is kind of her life's mission to meet Dorothy and live with her, and raise her baby, her fake baby that turns into real. So a lot more questions at the twisty end of this episode, and I can't wait to see what happens with Servant episode 5. Let me see what else we got. I wrote down fun episode, expanding more on the story and the characters, and in a clever way. We did get some more bathing and some more wine and some more fish for all you lovers of those things. Let's see. I wrote down that I'm still having some issues with these episodes all being self-contained inside of the house. I feel like I'm getting claustrophobic. There was a few scenes where people were kind of walking up to the house, and we got to see like some stairways and some hallways and some things outside. I was like, man, just give us a little more outside of the house. Give me some fresh air and some breathing. I need to see a little bit more Philadelphia there, some trees and some stoops, and some people outside or something. Give me some sunsets or some moons, something, some sort of clouds. I just feel like I'm in a house and I'm locked up. And I get that this is probably intentional to make you feel uncomfortable as a viewer, but this is a show, and it's visual, and just watching people talk inside of a house is, for 4 episodes, is starting to kind of like really become noticeable. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if I'm getting crazy on this, if you guys are okay with everything being in the house. I mean, I'm not saying, we have to go all over Philadelphia and, wherever. I just, get me outside for a moment. Like, show Leanne in the stroller walking baby Jericho around the block or something, and see, like, some encounters with her and some strangers and how she sort of reacts, and that, give us some moments for some music, some montage, stuff like that. We do sort of see a little bit of outside when they show the news clips, but since it's kind of self-contained on the TV, and it's just like one camera of Dorothy reporting. I gotta say, as a news reporter, Dorothy is kicking butt. She is doing a good job like that. If I forget the actress's name, but if Ambrose, if she ever decides to leave acting and just wants to become a news reporter in real life for a real life job, she could have a career doing that. So that's my thoughts for Servant episode 4, which is called Bear. Thanks a bunch for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this episode. If you're brand new, please subscribe, like, comment, bell icon, favorite, share, all those kind of things. Hope you're having a great day. We'll see you next time.